All right, chat. So, this is Rumbleverse. This game is hilariously fun and also the most frustrating, especially if you don't know what to do in a game. So, I'm going to show you guys a little bit on how to play the game. I am 100% in no means an expert on this game, but I do feel that I know enough to help some people out in case they wanted to jump in and kind of learn the game or just try to understand it, or maybe just want to have some fun. So, first off, we got to talk about scavenging. Learning about scavenging is probably the best thing you can do. When you scavenge, and this is just me personally, I always go for the reds. My go-to is reds, and the second go-to is greens. I don't really mess with stamina too much, but that's just me, and a lot of people don't really go for stamina. My mentality is, stamina is only good if you decide to miss your hits. If you decide that you're gonna miss your hits, or you think you're gonna miss your hits, then stamina is the best thing in the world. But if you don't miss, then you don't need stamina. So make sure you get your hits in. Also, the weapons are probably the best thing in the game right now. The red chair is busted as OP shit. So is the brown chair. I'm actually not sure. I think this one actually has a little bit more attack to it, but the red chair is broken as hell. I don't know if they're gonna nerf that or whatever like that, but just spam the Y button or the grab button with this, and you'll be able to get away with a ton of literally everything. You'll be able to get away with everything. Same thing with the stick. I don't know if they got the stick right here. Yeah, no stick right here. But you get the stick, and you're able to spam the Y. It leaves your opponent in a stun state, and you're able to get away with a lot of damage. Same thing with this sign. The stop sign, I'm not sure if these signs actually do the same thing as the stop sign, but I know the stop sign is busted. Hit somebody upside the head with the stop sign, they get stunned, and you can get away with stuff like that. I would say that the boxes are actually great too. Hit somebody upside the head on the noggin with a box, with the circle, not the Y. I'm sorry, with the Y. Bonk. And you'll stun them, and you'll get a free combo after that. This stuff is really good for offensive purposes, and you can also throw all of them. So you'll be able to do that with whatever you want, but you have to find the right weapons. Some of these weapons do not stun; they just knock down. Stuff like the trash can dough, if you throw it at somebody, does crazy damage. So mix in and match all these weapons and utilize it to your best of your abilities. There's a lot of stuff you can get away with these weapons. So yeah, you definitely want to utilize that. When you're going for scavenging, I tend to go for the big meats, the chickens. You got your half a chicken, full chicken, and then you're also just drumstick. Drumstick is the same as the half a chicken, I'm pretty sure. It gives you like the same amount. You always want to go for the full chickens. What I tend to do for the full chickens, I like to go to certain areas. I can't show you here, but just know that there is a chicken area close to the Trump Tower. There's a chicken area in the rich suburb area in the sewers. There's a chicken shack kind of close to the far top right of the map, and there's another one in the slums. So hey, how's it going, buddy? Hey. So those are the places that you can go to get some chicken. I always go for the areas that have the thick chicken, and then I start scavenging all around. Next thing I want to say is get into fights early. Getting into fights early is actually really good because you build your perks early, and what you want to do is get as much perks as possible. Getting in the fights early, as long as you know what you're doing and you feel confident in winning that fight. You get into a fight early, and you will get your perks early, and you'll be pretty set when you get to the final circle. You want to have as many perks as possible, and the only way to do that is to get into fights. Best perks, in my opinion, Bomb Punch and and passive healing. Those two will really help you out in a game, especially when you're low on health, or when you just want to punish somebody. You hit them with that bomb punch, and it does massive damage. It knocks them to the wall for a wall splat, and you can do whatever you want after that. Whenever you get third party, like what's happening right now, whenever you get third party, get the heck out of the way, man. Just stay away from people who are trying to third party. You don't... If you're fighting against somebody and another person comes in third party, just leave the area. That is something that I do because I don't know how to handle myself in a third party. Everyone's beating each other up. One is going to survive, and it's usually just RPS at that point. So I tend to stay away from that and wait for matches that I can get somebody one-on-one on. So that's what I try to do. RPS is, RPS is the old meta. I used to think that this game was RPS. It is not. This game is not about RPS, which is rock, paper, scissors. This game is about countering and punishing. Just seeing what your opponent does and being able to punish. And taking advantage of your opponent when they make a mistake. So always keep that in mind. I tend to try to get into fights early with scrubs just so that I can get it out of the way and then build my stuff from there. You want to find the right attacks when it comes to scavenging on these things. You want to find the right attacks that work for you. You definitely want to mix and match. Go into the practice area and just try to experiment with all of this stuff. There's so many different attacks that you can utilize. Each one is for different situations and stuff like that, and then you got to find a way to get yourself in a situation that you like. My personal is definitely Javelin, which is kind of broken right now. There's like a weird unreadable bug, I think, right now, where a character can like get up and instant javelin you from like across the room. It's hilarious. My favorites are Javelin. Where's the Diamond Cutter? I like the Diamond Cutter too. Where's that bad boy? Yeah, Javelin, Diamond Cutter right there, or Crusher. Sumo Slap is really good. The problem with Sumo Slap is that it takes too long. I like something that's like instant, and that's why I go with Atomic Punchline. That one would it does a ton of damage, and it's really quick, and you want to get that out of the way, and so that nobody third parties you like out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And then figure out how to combo these moves when you get somebody in a corner. Those are the moves that I kind of go for, like Super Punch, Miss, and the Sumo Slaps. Those are my go-to. But there are also like really good moves that I don't mess with personally, like the Shoryuken or the Flip Kick, or the Tornado Spin. Those moves are really good. I don't like them personally. But if I had a choice and I had to pick them up, I would pick them up and use them. Moves to avoid, in my personal opinion, are the Dolphin Dive. Oh my god, it is so bad. And the Rocket Boost. Those two, in my personal opinion, are just terrible. Like they're good for certain situations, but for the most part, you probably won't need them. Giant Swing, I don't like either, unless you're near the water. If you're near the water, then 100% the Giant Swing is the best move in the game. So again, certain moves are best for certain situations, but outside of that, you got to be able to utilize what you have and where you're at. That's what I like to do in that situation. Vicious Miss is great, unless you're up against like really good players. Never get Vicious Miss 2. Vicious Miss 2 is trash. It actually isn't even it's actually blockable too. This one, you get that it stuns your opponent and you can get away with a lot of stuff. It seems to me though that with Vicious Miss, you use it and then you do a move after that. That move in particular tends to nerf the damage. I haven't really tested it out for sure, but it feels like that's the case. Vicious Miss used to be my go-to, but after seeing people just dodge it over and over again, I kind of stopped. And now I go with something that I can stay open with after I throw it out. And that's like the, the punch or the sumo slap or something like that. Or even the tornado spin, you can get away with that a little bit too. Find the right combo of drinks. Definitely mix and match what you can utilize. I tend to go for maybe 8 reds and 2 greens. Or you can go for like 4 greens and 6 reds or something like that. You can mix and match what you want to do with the drinks, but you want to utilize your drinks wisely when you're in a match. The health seems good, but when you got a guy who's got 10 reds, your health will get turned into butter. It won't even matter how much health you have. If there's a guy who has 10 reds and then he has like a javelin or a diamond cutter, or even the atomic punchline, it won't even matter how much health you have. You're getting melted. And if somebody has, I think, like 7 or 8 reds, and they catch you in a super, it doesn't matter how much health you have. You're losing it all. So keep that in mind. In my opinion, red is the most valuable drinks you can get in the game. But you got to understand how to hunt, because hunting, when you're trying to get the boxes and people are around, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when you're in a position to where you can actually pick up like something and drink it, and somebody won't punch you in the face thinking that they got a free hit or something like that. Know what areas to avoid. Anywhere near the ring out ocean is definitely a place you want to avoid unless you have giant swing. Anywhere under buildings is definitely a place you want to avoid. Do not stay under buildings. If you're fighting and you're under a building or like places like this, guaranteed somebody is going to jump off of that building and splat both of you. And I've seen it time and time and again, and I've done it myself. Getting an advantage on somebody on the ground when you're on top of the building is the best thing you can do in the game. Just jump off a building, slam on some people fighting, and jump right back on the building and redo it again. The cars are also a way to do a ton of damage, because you can... I'm not really good at it, but there's the bouncing on the cars. See if I can get it. Oh! Bouncing. Yeah, and then... Oh, I guess I'm not working with this car. But certain cars can bounce you crazy high up, and then on the way down, you can just splat on people and give them the business. You definitely want to utilize that. Anything that's the high ground is an advantage. You want that. And even if you have javelin or something like that, you're getting so much advantage when you're up in the air. So avoid being under buildings. Avoid being anywhere around large groups of people as well. You don't want to be around large groups of people. You're going to get hit by something random. It's just guaranteed. Even if you're fighting really good and you're bobbing and weaving, somebody's just going to randomly hit you. So you want to stay away from like large groups of people, and utilize the cars. If you're around a large group of people, utilize the cars. Stay on the cars by bouncing. Oh my god, there we go. By bouncing on the cars and then slamming down. Oh god. Okay, well, you get the idea. Practice the air grabs. The air grabs is absolutely crazy. Somebody climbing up a building can get punished heavily. You also have a flip kick that can catch people in the air, and you can do crazy damage. You can do a flip kick in the air, catch them with the kick, knocks them into the building, and then you can air grab them. If you see somebody climbing up a building, just get close enough to them to where you can air grab them and knock them back down. It's a great free damage. It's just great free damage, so you want to utilize that. Master what moves follow into elbow drops. Oh god, get off me. Let's see if I do it. Yeah. So, what moves follow up into elbow drops? Punch, punch, lift gives you an elbow drop. Free damage. Regular punch, 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 quick jump, elbow drop. You get a free one right there. Also, the bomb punch leads into an elbow drop. You gotta jump really far and get that. There are certain moves like the javelin that lead into elbow drop. Other moves like let's take a look here. I know there's a couple other moves that lead into elbow drop that are really, really good, but the javelin's really good just for that, where it leads into elbow drop. This dolphin dive, if you hit the other guy with it, yes, it also leads to an air combo into, and then you can do an elbow drop after that. Yes, the spin as well. Cyclone leads to an elbow drop. You want free damage unless you want your opponent to be laying on the ground. So if I, knock somebody onto the ground, so I go bop, 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 and they land on the ground, I don't want to do an elbow drop if I have no health. If I have no health and I have a chicken, I want to go bop, bop, lift, bring out my chicken, eat it very fast, and they can't get up in time to stop you. So that's a good way to do that. If you have a level 2 chicken, you don't eat twice, just eat once. But if there is no reason to eat the chicken, and you got them like that, get a free damage. Why not? Sometimes it kills too, and it's great. The thing about letting other people fight is that you could tell who's low health. And when you see somebody that's low health, that's when you take advantage. People who are low health usually just tend to just try to get as far away from the fight as possible. They try to run. If you see somebody trying to run away from a fight, they're usually at low health. That means you can run at them and like get a drop kick or something like that. So always keep an eye out for that. But for the most part, just stay away from the shit show that is the giant group of people fighting. Just stay away from it. When it comes to the final circle, always have a weapon on you. There is no reason to not have a weapon on you when you reach the final circle. When you reach final circle, you need to have the stick or the chair. It's your best bet. You can have the bats. You can have the stop signs or the trash cans. Your best bet is to have at least 2 of them on you during final circle, so you have an advantage against your opponents. If not, you're just you're crazy confident or you're trolling when it comes to figuring out how you're gonna win that last round. Always have an advantage. Use the cheap stuff, which is the stop sign, the chairs, or the stick. So always have a weapon. And last but not least, I would say understand how to use your supers. Using your supers is crucial when it comes to playing this game. I mess up sometimes, and I don't know how to use my super in the right situations. Using your supers is the best way to get free damage and get your health back at the exact same time. Using your supers at the end of a... There you go. Ooh. Okay, game. There you go. So using your supers like that is a bad idea. Don't just activate and just try to attack the guy. You want to... Jesus. Okay, so what that guy is doing right now, don't do that. Don't just grab your super and just start swinging with the super. They're going to see it a mile away, they're going to avoid it, and they're going to attack you. Alright, so there's 2 ways to activate. You get a... There we go. There we go. Alright, so you get a wall splat. No. Come here, buddy. Come on. So you get a wall splat. Knock him back in. Activate. See, but I activated and knocked him back. That's because I did a super that I did the super and I let go of the button after I activated the super. That particular super is great to get your health back, and it's great to push people away so you don't have to worry about them attacking. And then you can think about how you want to get an attack out there. It's also great because it doesn't take up as much star power, so it only takes a little bit to build your super back up. So you want to use that one, I guess, in a more defensive way. There you go. But when it comes to this super, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab him. Oops. There you go. I messed up that combo, but you see, it took off more of my super meter, and you can combo that. All you got to do is knock somebody back with like a heavy slap, or after you get them to the wall, and then do the two quick kicks. You do this with 2 quick kicks, activate that super, hold it down. Your character actually doesn't knock them back, and then you can super grab them and go for like crazy damage. So utilizing the super in the proper way is the best way to get stupid damage on your opponents and to get your health back. So you gotta realize that. Yo, I got ketchup and mustard in the chat. Are you crazy? Good to see you enjoying Rumbleverse, bro. Did you see us watching your videos on Max's channel last night? Ketchup, that's hilarious. Yo, the hands down, ketchup and mustard are probably the most entertaining dudes to watch playing this game on duos, man. Like those 2 guys are hilarious, man. Definitely on solos, at least this might help people figure out how to actually get stuff going on there. So, yeah. If you guys want to learn more, or if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'll be able to help you guys out. And, yeah, hopefully you guys can come in and maybe figure out how to play the game a little bit more and get a little better and just have fun. You know, that's what the game is all about. So, enjoy. Yeah, I grabbed the stick. This is final circle. I had the stick. I had 7 damage. I had 7 on damage. And this guy was trying to get tricky. Drop me. And he was waiting for his opportunity. The stick luckily fell down for me. And I knew he was trying to get his health back. I wasn't having it. And he was trying to get tricky. Not the best idea. Grab the stick. I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with it. You tried it one more time, big mistake. Stick, combo, into wall, double kick, cancel into super, grab super. He wasn't having it. He wasn't having it. Okay, one more time. I'm sure the ads are over. If not, okay. Here we go. One more time, just because I like watching it. So again, I knew what to do in this situation. I had the advantage because I had the stick. And plus I had a super mode ready. So even if he had hit me with that super, I knew that I still would have survived. Here's the thing about activating super or letting yourself lose all your health so that you go into what is it, second wind. It's not the best idea. You want to activate your super so you can get a ton of health back. There we go. Smack. Throw him into the wall. Double kick. Activate. Catch his ass. What's best? He's not dealing with it. He's like, not today, sir. He said, not today.